The Leaving Today podcast, the show about the news, history, and attractions of the Disneyland Resort.
Well, come on, Wendy. Let's go.
But where are we going?
To Neverland.
Neverland.
Hello, and hello. Welcome to the Leaving Today podcast, episode number 156. If you can believe it, I can hardly believe it. Thank you so much for joining us this afternoon, this evening, this morning, however it is. We do appreciate it. My name is Mark, one of the co-hosts here. Sitting to the right of me is the Trailmaster Puppets himself, Oogie.
Good evening.
Good evening, sir. And then also on the line on Skype, we have a very special guest. This is the creator and owner, but I think he likes to be called creator. I guess that's more apt, of both Interactive Realm and Signs of Amusement. His name is Jason. Hey, Jason.
Hello, guys. How's it going?
It is going super fantastic. How about on your end?
Pretty good. I'm in Arizona, so it's a little hot.
Nice and brisk out there?
113 today?
Yeah.
113, 114?
113,
Yeah, well,
114.
Better than it was last year. We had like 50 days in a row of like over 115.
Beautiful.
That is crazy.
Yeah, we hit
Yeah.
108, 103, no, 103, 104 yesterday.
Yeah, that was hot.
It was fine.
Okay, so just if you're a first-time listener, thank you so much again for joining us. I know we've picked up several new listeners lately. We hope that you find the water to be very, very warm. We are a very honest Disneyland and Disney podcast. We tell it like it is because we are fans fans foremost. But if you are a repeat offender listener of the show, welcome home. If you'd like to find out more about the show, you can go to info. You can always send us an email at info@leavingtodaypodcast, or you can go to leavingtodaypodcast.com. We've got some very cool T-shirts you can get from there. And tonight's show is sponsored by all of you guys, Patreon listeners. Shout out to Eric. We have a new Patreon supporter.
Hey, Eric, thank you.
So you get to be on the show. You get to call the shots, and we will just follow along.
Yeah,
so.
you need to be on
Yes.
the show.
Yes.
Yep.
He said he was a little shy about that, but we'll
He'll get over it.
Yes.
Everybody does.
So yeah, leavingtodaypodcast.com, Patreon, make it super simple. $1, $3, $5. You can make a one-time payment or a recurring thing. There you go.
Yep.
And also on Instagram at leavingtodaypodcast.com. So normally we have our news and then some other section. Then the feature presentation is going to be the guest, but Jason's agreed to be with us throughout the whole thing, so he's going to join us with the news and the opening question. So we did a little pre-show today, as we normally do, and the question came up. It was, if they added a new popcorn bucket, what would you want?
Yep.
Okay, so yeah. If Disneyland just said, hey, we want a new popcorn bucket, leave it up to you guys, the LGP. What do you guys want to do? Jason, since you're a guest, what do you think about that?
I'm going to go offhand here a little bit.
Go.
Disney's Frozen Head.
Disney's Frozen Head.
Oh, wow.
Walt Disney's Frozen Head.
That'd be a Haunted Mansion exclusive.
Yes.
There you go.
Yeah.
So
You're eating that at the top of his head like you're eating brains.
Or you could put it on the side, do a weird side latch kind of thing.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah? Yeah.
Yep.
A Frozen Head.
There you go. Someone needs to make that.
Well.
And we got 3D printers around.
Yes.
Yeah.
That would be interesting. Very interesting. Frozen Head.
I like that. Holy crap.
Yeah, I'm not sure they would go for that.
Hey.
Probably not,
No.
but I do find it for pretty entertaining.
Actually, if we want to talk about Haunted Mansion, we can go a different direction to do one of the bus, like the singing bus.
Oh, as an
Oh, yeah,
actual
yeah.
popcorn bucket?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, that would be absolute money gold. You would have people buy. People lose their minds.
You kind of. I was in that realm already.
Yeah.
I was gonna go with the Hatbox Ghost.
They don't have one of those?
No, I don't
Oh.
think. And just that the box,
Oh, okay.
not the full.
Okay.
hot dog, just the box.
Okay.
So that the hat box popcorn.
There you go. Yeah, and then you'd have to figure out a way to make it where the head would kind of materialize and then disappear. And
Yeah.
Oh,
Some kind of hologram or something.
yeah, that'd be
hologram.
kind of. I would enjoy that.
Yeah. Okay.
Either
Okay.
that or maybe like Kylo Ren, but in a negative way. Can I find out a way to? No.
Like a smash up.
Yeah, I'm not a
helmet?
fan of Kylo Ren. He's a whiny little. But anyway,
Wow.
I don't know. No, I'll go with that one. I like that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess for me, it would either be Matterhorn, like actual mountain, that the top would, like the top third would.
And then the
kinda-
popcorn comes at the top.
Oh yeah, it could pop out of the top.
There you go.
Or you could just maybe the top like third could be on a hinge, and you just kind of reach in and grab it, or Space Mountain, one of those two, because I think that'd be very.
Before they make it
And
buzz.
the Matterhorn can have a little basketball hoop that you can throw the popcorn in.
Ah, that'd be good.
Yes. Although,
Yeah, that'd be great if you pop it, the top open and you see a little basketball. I mean, hoop, like not even, maybe not in there, but at the bare minimum, like painted in there or,
Yeah.
like a decal in there.
that would be interesting.
That'd be funny.
Yeah, I mean, they might have these things at some point.
I don't know if they're that creative, though. I mean, some of their merch lately has been like, meh, meh, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's very wah-wah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm not a big merch guy anyway. I mean, everybody knows that.
No, I'm
But-
not either.
Yeah.
But if something does cross my eye, I will think about it. And
then say no.
no, I mean, no. There's a few things I'm waiting for that if they ever do it, and I don't know why they haven't, then I would absolutely get them. That for sure.
Yeah, like Walt's head.
Walt's frozen head.
Yeah.
Well, that might be a better like. You know how they've got the Mickey ears for the Mickey chocolate bar,
No, I'll tell you.
like a frozen
Yeah,
popsicle.
somebody will make it, but it'll be no. Oh my god!
Ridiculous, dude. Can't believe I just said that.
I know. Or the only way it's gonna be is like if it was a total ripoff, like all the black market or
On Etsy or something.
all the counterfeit, and then it'd be a counterfeit Walt's head
Oh, jeez.
kind of thing. They make it a
Yes.
counterfeit Walt toy or Mickey Mouse,
Yeah.
Minnie Mouse
Yeah.
that are horrible, really bad, and then like hey,
Right.
it's Walt head that maybe looks more like Hitler's head. It'd be that bad.
Oh,
it'd be
jeez.
that bad. And be like, it's Walt hit, and like, no, it's not.
No, yeah. No, it's
Yep.
not. Okay, well, that was a great opening question.
That was actually a pretty good one.
Yeah.
Well, Jason just goes out, goes freaking right out of the park. Like, we're going
I
to go
set the
ham
mood,
over.
yeah.
Yeah, we're
You
going to
set
go
the
ham
mood,
over
yeah.
here.
Going ham. Okay, well, with that, I guess we'll go to the news because we have some news items already written down. But then some others. The last news item we're going to talk about is the rumor that came out yesterday. So we're going to end the news with that one.
Yep.
So now let's go to our news.
You listen to me now. You are talking about things that you do not understand.
Our first news item, this actually comes from Disneyland Parks in Disneyland Paris, actually, because they were testing a brand new drone show. So a new drone show is possibly coming to Disney, has guests thrilled. One of the most magical experiences when visiting Disney parks worldwide is the chance to enjoy different nighttime entertainment offerings. With spectacular shows like Fantasmic, Main Street, Electrical Parade, and World of Color, the Disneyland Resort, Disney Illuminations in Disneyland Paris, and something in Hong Kong, Disneyland. I don't even know what that word is. Guests can end their day at Disney parks in the most magical way. So actually, Jess sent us a video of this the other day.
Yep.
At first blush, I thought this was testing out here in California.
Yeah, it looked like it.
But it's not. So they have a new drone pre-show to Disney's Illumination fireworks.
You want me to describe it?
You can describe it.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead, dude.
Okay. It is at Avengers Campus, and it has Doctor Strange. And if everybody, or for those of you who are not familiar with him, or one of the Avenger movies, he will begin to work at his magical incantation or whatever it is, and he'll start, moving his hand in a circular fashion, and he'll open up a portal. He basically begins to do that, and while he's doing that, it'll illuminate in the sky like he's, opening up the portal. And then what happens is that the different logos or emblems of different characters begin to form. And as that, logo comes up, then that character comes out beside him. So it's basically that it has like Iron Man, Black Widow, Spidey, Captain Marvel.
Captain America?
Captain America. The new Captain America, by the way. The Falcon Captain America. And... I forgot one more.
Black Widow?
I said Black Widow.
Okay. Iron Man?
Oh, no. Iron Man and Ant-Man and Wasp all come out.
Okay, but this was because Disneyland Paris, their Avengers Campus opens up this week.
Yeah.
So I think they must be testing all this stuff out there to see if it'll come here.
Yep. And, and you got to think there's probably legal things to worry about over here, especially in our wonderful California.
Oh, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So that's something we might have to look forward to out here in California.
Yep.
Yeah, so we'll see and I would hope that the drones get involved. Yeah, what?
No, did you see any of that, Jason? Have you seen that?
I haven't seen what you're talking about now, but I think they did something in Epcot like a year or two ago.
Yes, you're right. They did. Absolutely. And those drones are actually really, really spectacular what they can do.
It's...
Go ahead.
I was going to say, it sounds pretty cool, though. I mean, DCA could definitely use some kind of nighttime show like that besides World of Color.
Yes. Yeah. Yes, I agree with that for sure.
Yep. And Avengers Campus being, what is the word I want to use? What is it? Lackluster?
It is lackluster.
A little below par. Not below par, but not enough there. Not enough wow, not enough oomph, not enough
seats.
Not enough seats.
That too. I mean, it is pretty barren. Like yeah.
It seems rushed to me, and I think it was, we all know the history of that. It was supposed to come out and got shut. Everything stopped, and then they needed something to have when the park came back. They needed this, special new land or whatever, and it's just like. It's just not there yet for me.
Yep.
The one in Disneyland Paris, they got like a indoor roller coaster there, like a Avengers Assemble roller coaster or something.
I think.
Yeah, no, I saw that. It's an indoor one.
If you had $100,000, you could have booked that whole trip thing.
I could have done.
Known.
Yeah.
Did you hear about that, Jason?
What?
Where was it? Where did they put that again?
Where did they put it?
Yeah, where did they advertise, or what did they?
It was for DVC members.
Yeah, it was
at first.
Okay, and they literally have. It is a month long.
24 days.
24-day trip that cost $100,000, almost $100,000, right?
110.
110 grand. It was only for 75 slots.
Yeah.
They fly you. It sounds like everything taken care to every park on the planet.
Yeah.
Also to the Taj Mahal, the pyramid, and one other thing. Where was the other one? It was a pyramid, Taj Mahal, and then one other place that was like crazy. Anyway, so yeah, that that sold out before they could even go public with it. So yeah, I mean every park on the planet, and it was on your own, basically a Boeing, whatever. I think it was a custom Boeing.
Yeah, some sort of private jet, right?
Yeah, it was a big plane, like full on, and I mean, it honestly sounds amazing if I had that kind of money. I would have done it. But anyway.
Okay, next news item here, and this is, I'm just going to skip through this I'm just go through really, really fast, is that some of the summer evening entertainment looks like it's going to get extended for the Halloween season. That's not any real big news, but if those of you who want to get a chance to see the Main Street Electrical Parade, it might be extended out to the fall.
You know, the one that is always going away, but yet never goes away?
No, they bring it back when they
Correct.
need people to show up.
Correct.
So, I mean, that'd be interesting to have some of that stuff going through some of the fall stuff to kind of coincide with the Oogie Boogie Bash. Okay. Next news item is Disney disables comments on new Splash Mountain rethemed video. Yeah, we noticed that Disney disabled comments on one of its newest videos talking about Splash Mountain's upcoming retheme. Few things are more talked about in the Disney community than the upcoming retheming of Splash Mountain. Announced back in the summer of 2020, this retheme would turn the quite problematic Song of the South 1946 theme into a story based on Disney's The Princess and the Frog from 2009. This decision is quite controversial, however, with many fans not approving of the retheme. This is reinforced with a new video posted on the official Disney Parks YouTube channel, which shared some information regarding the retheming. However, this video either ruffled some feathers or was going to, as the comments are disabled. Very few of videos that they have on there have comments disabled.
Weird.
The video, the description of the video reads as follows: Tiana's Bayou Adventure will open in late 2024 at the Magic Kingdom in Florida and Disneyland Park in California. News was announced during an intimate reception as the Historic Preservation Hall in New Orleans to honor the Essence Fest. Okay, so anyways, there's, some issue with the whole thing, yada, yada. We've already heard this before.
Yeah.
So what do you think about that?
Well, we made the comment before that at the time that it was announced, we felt like, okay, while I don't object to it, I remember thinking the timing was kind of weird. It felt like they were trying to pander to people who were mad about something,
Sure.
and so they begin to yell. But we also made the comment that it'll probably come out pretty cool. And I'm not tied to Splash Mountain. I'm not going to, lose any sleep over it being rethemed. And if they can do better, I mean, we had a whole long discussion about what they could do with the entire land now, because Critter Country doesn't make any sense anymore. Probably not. What could they do? So the fact, if people are going to be like ugly about it, then I have a problem with that. I mean, what good are you doing screaming on the internet like, hey, yell, look at me, screen. Okay. What did you do? Like, if you want to have an honest discussion, do that. Like we have it. We have a very honest and open discussion. We don't attack, berate, belittle, but we do open up and are honest.
Yeah.
So if people were doing that, come on, man. Like, you get nowhere with that. Who cares?
Come on, man.
If you don't like it, say why you don't like it.
Yeah.
Like I said, my only issue was it felt like they were pandering at that moment. But again,
right. Because we wouldn't be having this right now.
But at the end of the day, even if they were pandering, the way I look at it, if we get it, it's going to be cool. Why not?
Sure.
Like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's see what
do
you
it.
got. Yeah.
Jason, you have thoughts about that?
Well, I wonder if even most of the people complaining even saw the movie or even remember part of the movie.
They didn't.
Yeah, they're mad because
I know that well.
I love it.
Okay. That's actually Christie's.
Yep.
But yeah, I'm totally fine with the refilm. Like, I'm not attached to that movie. The only thing that's good that came out of that movie was the music.
But, Zippity Doo Dah.
Which won awards?
Yeah.
Yeah.
My thing is they should have stuck with the name convention. That name they have is terrible.
What's it called?
I don't even know. What is it?
Tiana's.
It's like Tiana's Bayou Adventure or something like that.
Oh yeah. Like too much, right?
Somebody was saying like every new ride now has the word adventure in it.
You know
think
what?
of that.
What is it?
Tiana's Bayou Adventure. Yeah.
Yeah. No. Yeah. I mean, okay. When I hear that though, that means they're going to be telling a story, right?
Yeah.
Probably. Okay. It better be like a new one. I don't want to rehash the Vasily and all that whole we know
he's going to be on there.
Oh yeah, he
That's
has
exactly
to
what
be.
It's going to be. Yeah, it's going to be the.
Yeah, but it isn't that isn't a Bayou adventure though. You know what I mean? Like, so it better be brand new. Like, I don't want a rehash of the movie. If I want a rehash of the movie, or I'll go watch the movie. I enjoy the movie. I would rather do that. So give me something new. Give me an adventure like, The Drop. When we're gonna go to The Drop, that scares the bejesus out of many people. Why are you dropping? Like, where again, I hope they tell a new story. And if it is a quote-unquote adventure, then make it one.
Make it an adventure,
Like, live up to the name and we're golden.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah. Getting back to what you were saying about the land, though, I mean, is that going to be now part of New Orleans Square instead of Critter Country? And then...
Well, good question, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because we yeah, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, so we like re-theme Winnie the Pooh and what is the restaurant right there?
The
Hungry Bear.
Hungry Bear.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we talked about it before that it would you could literally then make Hungry Bear into her restaurant.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, Mark has an attachment to the Hungry Bear, so I think he may pick at it and give me back my Hungry Bear. No,
you would do the same thing if they changed it. If they took out Rancho. I mean,
I'd go bananas all over the place, man.
Yeah, absolutely you would. So it's like, I don't know about that.
Yeah, but the theming though would be it does pose an interesting question. What do you do with Critter Country? With losing Splash Mountain, you got nothing except for Winnie the Pooh. That isn't enough. And then Hungry Bear. You literally have two things that aren't even that popular. I mean, Hungry Bear is a great spot, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But if you maintain the view and kind of retheme it, you can live with that. But then you got Pooh down there. Mm-hmm. Okay, what do? You don't have a Critter Country anymore. It is gone. It was already minuscule before.
Yeah.
And you literally take half of it out or a third of it out, the big third. Mm-hmm. Does it make sense anymore? I'm going to say no. See, Jay's like, no.
Yeah, it doesn't.
It doesn't.
And then that brings you to, like, where do you have, like, Winnie the Pooh meet and greets, Like, you'd have to move out somewhere else.
Yeah. Like, where are you going to, I mean, because he doesn't fit in, Pooh doesn't fit in Fantasyland.
There was a time when all of that belonged to Frontierland.
Oh, I know.
All of it.
Yeah.
I know.
Uh-huh.
It's all Indian Village and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. So, though, a friend of the show, Sam Carter, he's a Disneyland artist. He actually does attraction posters for fun. And so he actually sent us one of his concept for New Orleans. Mm-hmm. He got like a Backwoods Bayou or Bayou Backwards or something. And it's this beautifully elaborate poster that has all the stuff that would incorporate the new Tiana's Bayou Adventure, even before they named it, but it had some of the graphics were there. And so if Disneyland kind of extended New Orleans Square, got rid of Critter Country as we know it, the name anyways, and called it New Orleans Backwoods Bayou or Bayou something, you could definitely play along with that and go a little deeper into theming it back there.
So the backwoods would be the 100-acre whatever.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I mean, we're just kind of armchair imagineering right now. But yeah, that's. So we'll see how it all goes.
Yep. I mean, hopefully they don't slow walk it like they've done Tomorrowland, but that is a whole other thing.
It is, but interesting.
We're going to talk about that.
But, I guess if they're doing it on both parks, I guess we're a little bit more lucky because Splash Mountain at Walt Disney World is in their Frontierland. So that's that's going to be an interesting theme for them. How are they going to make that work? But here we have it's more natural to kind of go over to New Orleans Square. But we'll see how it goes. Anyways, I just thought it was interesting that they disabled the comments. Anyway. Okay. Next news item is Pirates of the Caribbean reopens. And really the big story here is that it was closed for a couple months, maybe a month and a half. And they took out the magnolia trees and replaced them with some newer ones. The older trees, as we know, were diseased or dead. So those had to go. But we did worry a little bit about how they were going to handle it, and it looks spectacular.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So we're looking at a picture right now. So you can't see it, Jason, but you can look it up online.
Or maybe you've seen it already.
Yeah, I have seen it. Actually, a friend of mine, LMG Vids, he made a video with before and after.
Oh, cool.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So everything about that, I think, is going to be great, and it looks good. And I'm welcoming back the Pirates of the Caribbean for sure. Okay, next news item is new nighttime spectacular Wonderous reportedly coming to Disneyland. In conjunction with the 100 Years of Wonder celebration for the centennial anniversary of the Walt Disney Company, Disneyland is reportedly putting a new fireworks and projection show next year. Yeah, I'm happy about that. I suppose they're talking about having it debut January 27th, 2023. I'm okay with the projections. But to me, any fireworks show, they're all the same to me. They're really all the same.
They're everyone unique.
No, they're not.
No, I'm kidding.
Dude, there is no one that's going to go, oh, this fireworks show is a little bit different because...
Yeah, you know one person who would totally do that.
Jess?
Yeah.
Well, but I don't think I'd even believe her. She goes, oh, well, no, those were orange explosions before. Now they're purple. Like, no one's going to know what's going on with these fireworks.
Probably not.
I think those probably change every day anyways.
Yeah. And
I got a friend that's the same way, but yeah, I agree. I can't tell the difference.
No one can.
But the projections, like you can tell when they don't go with everything, they shove IP in there and whatever.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, Jess could probably make a pretty good stab at it. But
if I know anybody who can, it would be her. Who would okay, I'll put it to you this way: even if she didn't, she could sell it.
Oh, she could totally sell it. Yeah. But I have no idea. Oh, that was like the silver fountain over there. Now this is no one's going on.
Yeah, no way. There's no way.
Okay. So that's good. I'm glad they're doing that. I threw a couple other news items on here real quick. You know what? We're gonna ask Jason these questions at the end of the show too, because we need to.
Yep.
I just want to say a couple things happened here. Haunted Mansion will be closing August 15th for 2 weeks.
I wonder why.
Holiday overlay. Can you believe we are that close to talking about this?
Oh, I miss it.
I know.
Okay,
so August 15th will be your last day to go on Haunted Mansion for a couple weeks.
The OG.
And the Oogie Boogie Bash sells out in 5 days for this season. Now, you might be thinking, well, what does that even mean? Well, last year, it took 39 days for this event to sell out.
Yep.
They added 2 more dates to this, and it sold out in 5 days. So I wonder
why.
I wonder why, though. I mean, I think it has something to do with. I think it has something to do with the fact that Magic Keys are gone, or there's no date for those yet to come back, right?
Yeah, but I also am going with people are now okay. IRL. Pandemic. People are like they're done. They're done. And now I feel like we're going to be getting, and I think I said it a few times, we are now going to be getting back to the more normal need and want for the park. For even the people who are still weary of getting out there, I think even they now, the majority of them are beginning to be like, hey, you know what? It's been like 3 years since I've been to the park, and I used to go there every 3 months. I think even they are finding like, I need my park. Eventually, everyone is going to come back. Well, not everybody, but a good majority of them are.
Yeah.
Yep.
Disney also said that we would be able to renew when the renewals came up, and the first renewals are coming up next month.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's before D23.
Yeah,
it is.
You know, I find the timing odd. So, I don't
maybe
know.
we'll be able to renew, and then they're gonna like switch it up on us or something.
Well, you know, and that's why I mean, like the timing feels odd. Like, so, I don't know, something feels off right now with the whole thing. My personal opinion now, because of that, was because when they cut them off, I'm like, okay, they're gonna revamp them all. But a lot of people went like, what do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? And because that got out too quick, now they're like, well, we got to allow people, right? I guess. They should have just shut up. Literally, they should have just shut up and let it go until, D23. I mean, D23 is a month away, month and a half away.
September 3rd or
Wait, where are we at? June, July? Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Are you a Magic Key holder, Jason?
I am.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, I got a Chapman one or whatever.
Oh, right on, dude.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. So, I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Something feels weird right here, and I don't know what it is.
So when is your renewal date? Because it was...
It's the end of... no, it's like beginning of September, because I bought it a little later.
Yeah.
A couple weeks after everybody else did.
And you haven't gotten anything via email, whatever?
They sent an email saying that you'd be able to renew it or something.
Recently you got it?
It was like last month.
Last month? Okay.
Well,
But it was pretty generic or whatever.
Yeah.
So.
But here I'm wondering, though,
because
they stopped selling new ones.
Yeah.
So the renewal, I'm beginning to wonder if the renewal then becomes a different category. Maybe they're viewing it in different light.
But that renewal has to make sense for you. I mean, if they start cutting out terms, I wouldn't renew it.
Oh, I wouldn't either. I'd go no.
No.
And as we've talked about the Magic Keys at length. One of the reasons why we didn't go is because we were waiting for everything to kind of mellow or kind of correct.
Yeah, we're thinking this year, at least my opinion, was that this year is going to be more of a experimental stuff for them to see what sticks and what doesn't. But I do wish I had an annual pass. I'm going to wait till if they sort things out. But curious, did you get any sort of survey sent to you at all, asking your opinion?
I never got a survey.
I don't like that. They should have definitely asked you something.
Yeah. Plus, I mean, in the beginning, with all the reservations, it's hard to make a reservation anyway. So,
yes.
And now I have the enchantment, so I'm blocked out the summer anyway. So, what good is it anyway?
Yeah,
I'm going next week, and I had to buy tickets.
Crazy, man. Crazy.
Yeah. And you didn't even get a discount on tickets.
No.
That's ridiculous, dude.
Yeah. Lawsuit has been filed.
Yes, it has.
Yeah.
The randomizer is kind of saying he wants to jump in here, but I do want to talk about something real quick. And that is this Mount Rushmore theme we're talking about. So it came up the other day when we were talking about them taking care of Pirates of the Caribbean, and I go, well, I'm sure they're going to do it right because that's one of the most, what did I say? What did I call it?
Iconic?
It's one of the most definitely the most iconic attractions of the park. And then I go, well, what are your top 4? So I put that question out to listeners on Instagram, and here's what they say. And then after I get done with them, we're going to talk to you, Jason, to see what your top 4 are. And then Udi's going to say his, or I'm going to say mine or something.
Mm-hmm.
I think I guessed Udi's the other day, but I'm not sure if I was 100% correct. I was close. Okay, so first Prime Alpha says Space Mountain, Star Tours, Smuggler's Run, and Indy. Okay, can I complain with that? I don't like Star Tours. And I definitely
don't because you puke. Or you want to puke.
And Smuggler's Run is of the same ilk to me.
Yep.
Although infinitely better themed than Star Tours.
Yeah.
Okay, Charhelium said Big Thunder, Indy, Haunted Mansion, Space Mountain. Can't go wrong there. That is his Mount Rushmore. My daughter said Matterhorn, Pirates, Haunted, and Big Thunder. I don't believe her. I'm going to say she likes Space Mountain, but we'll have to see how that goes. The Main Street Mouseketeer said Storybook Canal Boats, Matterhorn, Disneyland Railroad, and Mr. Toad's Wild Ride. Huh.
Well,
yeah.
See the theme right there, right?
What's your theme? Oh, original?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, besides for Matterhorn.
Well, yeah, but
yeah. Yep. You can't go wrong with any of these. I love these. It's Walt Izzy said Haunted Mansion, Pirates, Jungle Cruise, and Rise. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Joey said Pirates, Mansion, Rise, and Space Mountain. Good job, Joey.
Wait, one more time?
Joey said Pirates,
okay,
Mansion, Rise of Resistance, and Space Mountain. Yep.
Okay.
Gare Bear said Splash Mountain, Indiana Jones, Pirates of the Caribbean, and Alice in Wonderland.
Splash? Wait. Splash Mountain. Oh, I'm curious about your opinion on the retheme. Ooh.
Yeah, that is what he said. Who else do we have? Oh, we had Sarcastic Eeyore. Has Jungle Cruise, Tiki Room, Haunted
Good one.
Mansion, and Pirates.
Oh, that line maybe, huh?
Yes.
Follow that one.
Fernando says Pirates, Mansion, Jungle Cruise, and an empty wallet. I can put another set in there. Matterhorn, Space Mountain, Tower of Terror, and Big Thunder. Okay, Tower of Terror for sure. But
yeah.
we did not do DCA. I should have done that. But yeah. Wait a minute. She said I could swap out Tower of Terror for Space Mountain. I don't know what she's talking about. Okay, so Jason, your Mount Rushmore, which is 4 attractions for Disneyland proper. What are they for you?
Much like everybody else there, Pirates is number 1 for sure.
Okay.
Big Thunder, Space Mountain, and then the one I can't ride anymore because it hurts my back every time, Matterhorn.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. Solid. I mean, absolutely solid. Solid.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go with mine. Well, can you guess mine, Udi? Do you think you can guess them?
Matterhorn is one.
Yeah, 3 of them should be a softball for you.
Pirates is another one.
Matterhorn, Pirates.
Jungle Cruise.
Yes, Jungle Cruise.
Then the 4th one.
It's
Small World. Just kidding.
no.
That's mine.
Actually, the 4th one could be a lot of things.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with Rise.
Rise of the Resistance. I would say that is on the Mount Rushmore of mine now. It has to be. I mean, that is such an interesting,
Got it.
interesting thing.
Yep.
Udi?
Okay, mine's gonna be Rise, Mansion, Pirates, and then Indy.
Yes. Indy's the wild. Yeah, I knew Indy for sure. That has to be on there.
I love Indiana Jones.
Rise,
I cannot-
Pirates,
Yeah.
Mansion, and
So yeah.
yes. Okay.
So I have a line too. You know, if you look at it, you walk in, you can go to Indy, then you go to Pirates, then you go to Mansion, which by the way is my routine. I'll do that, boom, 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 and then it used to be hop over to Thunder, but now it's going on over to Rise. Unless I'm with family, and lately everybody that I've gone with, for the most part, hasn't been on Rise, so we kind of make a beeline for there. You know what I mean, now, because you have, queue now, open queue, no more virtual queue.
What?
Yeah. So, yeah. Yep. Those are mine.
Okay. Well, that is actually the end of the news, but I do want to talk about this rumor that dropped just yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
Because we don't often get a chance to talk about very timely news because we just go out every 2 weeks, but this happened to come out yesterday. And this is from Disneyland News Today, and other sources are reporting the same thing. But I'm just going to classify it as rumor, and we love rumors at the LTP here. Here we go. The PeopleMover will return to Disneyland as part of Tomorrowland overhaul. As you know, Tomorrowland at Disneyland, and I'm reading the article verbatim. It's very short. As you know, Tomorrowland at Disneyland Park is set to undergo a massive transformation over the next few years. I'm going to put a pin in that for a second. As we know, who?
What? Who?
Yeah, who? Yeah, who knows
I
that?
don't know.
I've never heard that.
As we want.
Yeah, that's right. As we want.
Yeah.
We've been doing this for 6 years, and I can tell you from the word go, we've been talking about Tomorrowland needing to get done.
Oh, yeah.
So as we know, who knows? Okay,
Who?
I love that.
No, as we need, or as we know it needs.
Yes.
Maybe we'll go there.
Maybe we'll go there.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll see how it goes. Next sentence. We reported earlier on the possible Lightyear overhaul of Space Mountain.
Boo.
And now we're turning our attention to another exciting aspect, the long-awaited, suspected, and demanded return of the Disneyland PeopleMover.
The only thing that gets me happier, that would make me happier, is what?
Probably the Skyway.
Skyway coming back.
Yeah, that would be it.
Oh, that would be it.
But this
I
is
don't think that.
huh?
I don't think that would ever happen. But
No, I
No,
know.
it won't.
I know.
I think it would be a given. The amount of people who want PeopleMover back, like
Yeah.
whenever Tomorrowland happens, there's no doubt they would bring that back.
Yeah, I agree. I agree
Yes.
completely. I mean,
But-
it's a no-brainer.
But let's read further and then dissect it because there's
Okay.
some interesting sections here. The original PeopleMover at Disneyland closed in 1995, but large portions of the track remain in place from its time as the vessels are for the ill-fated rocket rods that came in 1998. Since Rocket Rod's failure, the track was abandoned and portions were even removed from inside the attraction show buildings as the years went by. However, the new version of the classic is expected to use an entirely new ride system, unlike the tires that once propelled the Anaheim iteration or magnets, which are currently used at the Magic Kingdom's 1975 version. The new conveyance system would be something remarkably less innovative than its predecessor, using widely available ride technology to achieve a budget-conscious version of the beloved classic.
No.
Supple highlights there. We'll get not only will it be different ride system, but the track length will be reportedly much shorter than the original layout provided. For example, the winding sections still standing above the Autopia and the Finding Nemo submarine voyage are not expected to be used. A lot of the existing infrastructure would likely be heavily altered or removed due to changes in building codes building codes and such over the last few decades. So that is that. The previously rumored Lightyear version of Space Mountain may end up on the chopping block due to the abysmal box office numbers of the film. That is really the gist of this news. And like I said, it's just a rumor, but it is a very interesting rumor, and one that I think if Bob Chapek wanted to instill some confidence back from the people that love the park, this is a home run. But there are a couple of red flags already for me. And this is me looking at a gift horse in the mouth, right? Yeah, I'm happy we have it back, but what is this nonsense about a short track?
Yeah.
And where's that going to go?
Yeah, no. There is no way they can do that. Now, I agree with you that if Chapek wants to get some of his, naysayers under,
Yep.
calm them down.
Yep.
Then yeah, you do it, but you have to be very, very, very careful, especially when talking about anything like PeopleMover or Skyway or anything that has this iconography behind it, right?
Yeah.
So if you're gonna do it, you better freaking do it right.
Yes.
Because if not, any goodwill you're hoping to build, you not only throw it out the window, but you add to the negativity towards you. So all that, I agree with you. Shorter track, no. Cheaply done, hell no.
No.
No. Do it and run it right, and then let the nostalgia of it come back. If they don't use the original track, then what are you doing? I totally disagree with that.
Well, I mean, maybe some of the track is deteriorated in the years since it's been, but they can redo it.
Fix it.
Fix it. Yeah.
It is not that difficult.
You something to say, Jason?
Sorry, dogs keep barking. Yeah, no, I do know that some of the track is beyond repair and it has to be rebuilt. And when you rebuild the stuff, you're liable to do the new coating. So there is probably something with that.
No, you're 100% correct. Whatever structure you're going to do will be subject to new coating.
Even if it was already there before the coating?
If you'd have to rebuild some of that because it's just beyond repair. So.
Yeah, if you refurb or do anything like that, it is very rare where you do not have to come back up to code. And especially here in California, hence why I always complain, knowing my business, why housing and everything costs as much. It has a lot to do with that exact
government
problem.
regulations.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You have to do it like this. If I could tell you people on the day-to-day how much crap we have to add only because of government regulation says I have to, and how much time that takes for me to do, and then how much that costs, you'd be like, oh, there you go. So, no, you're absolutely right, Jason. If they have to rebuild it, they have to go to code, and then that opens them up to everything being re-inspected. And then California could be like, nah, and make them spend a lot. So it is kind of like a can of worms that you potentially open up.
Well, you also got to wonder is if they're going to shorten it, maybe there's another reason, because maybe they're going to do something else with that area, where the boats were or whatever,
Yep. Well,
That's a very good point.
We have empty buildings that have been, well, not empty, but a building that could have been blown up a long time ago.
Yes.
And but
Yeah.
well, maybe D23, right? D23.
Well, and this could be just the first phase, and this might be done in phases, which is fine.
Yeah.
I'm good, but I still think ultimately, I think we're gonna get a Tron coaster back there.
Yep. And that is what I'm alluding to, my friend.
Oh, you are?
Yeah. Oh,
Okay.
Yeah. Building, blow it up, boom. Remember we talked about that.
Yes. Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
And, Jess has been on the one in Shanghai Disney. She's been on it many times. So she has a really good reference as how big that thing really is.
Yeah.
And then I've seen the one online in Florida. Yeah, it's massive.
It is a huge coaster.
But you can put it any way you want.
Yeah.
I'm guessing you could do that. But let's go back to PeopleMover real quick. Would you be okay with a shorter, if you had your choice, a shorter track with PeopleMover or none at all? Jason?
I'll take whatever I can get.
Yeah, same here.
And I agree. I think we're all in agreement. Like, I would rather have that back and have it. I mean, I guess part of me is worried about if it is a shorter track, it's going to be like, oh, man, that whole I want more. Mm-hmm. We all, when we have the things that we really like, and then we go back into nostalgia, like, because I think we all go right back to when we were kids, like, oh, remember? Like, and if it has that, and if they don't bring that feeling back, I think, it could be weird. You know what I mean? It could be a negative again. Yeah. But yeah, I definitely would want it, and it would take a shorter one, but that is my fear, that I would get there and be really disappointed. Like, oh, man, they did me wrong,
Okay. And let me ask you this. Oh, do you want to say something, Jason?
I was like, you were talking about the Skyway buckets, and I was just, I know this is not going to happen because they closed the holes, but that'd be awesome if the PeopleMover went through the Matterhorn like the spare buckets used to.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that would be a very, very big climb for those things to go up.
But it would be cool, though. I completely agree with you. Or maybe even maybe go around it or on the side of it.
Yeah.
But it might be more akin to going around Space Mountain.
It would be.
Well, yeah. Kind of does a little bit.
Yeah, well, it kind of went to the side of it. Yeah.
It goes through.
I think it cuts right through the center.
It does. Yeah, it goes through.
Oh man, it's been that long. Yeah.
It goes through Star Tours.
Yeah.
And then that's when you had the Tron Speed Tunnel.
Yeah, it would be right up and over.
Yep. And then comes out. But let me ask you this though. Would you be okay with it if they had to have an IP attached to this PeopleMover?
No. No. You don't need to.
Like, for example...
Only if it's Tron.
There we go.
Okay, Tron. Or what if they do some Tony Stark thing? This is Tony Stark Enterprises.
Ooh.
I don't think they would, because that's a Marvel.
Thank you. And that would be in
Marvel.
No, but that would be in DCA.
Right, and I hope they don't.
Yeah.
But could you live with that?
No.
Okay, I'd be a little upset with that too.
Yeah, because you would be okay. I barked about it, and I continued to have my opinion about Disney.
Yeah.
With Tomorrowland.
Mm-hmm.
New IP.
Yeah, she's been saying that for years.
New IP. Stop buying it, okay? Stop buying it. Because I'll be real. Mm-hmm. Some of the stuff that has been coming out has been that is original. It's kind of lackluster.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But make an IP, and I'll sum it up and make it real short. Make it about space travel.
Okay.
And unique, new. I mean, we've got freaking Elon Musk aiming for Mars. What are we doing, Disney? Future Tomorrowland. Oh, I'm gonna start.
Right.
Man.
Okay, but you say new IP. Is there any IP in their catalog right now that you would be okay with that?
Nope.
The only because I'm drawing a blank. I mean, what space do they have? They've got Buzz Lightyear, and they've got Black Hole, right?
And okay, so why do you think I had such a knee-jerk negative reaction to them saying, "Oh, maybe we will retheme space as Buzz"? No, because you're not doing anything original. Buzz is from 10 years ago.
Yeah. Okay. Gotcha. Okay.
You
Understood.
know?
Understood. Yeah.
So we can't be in Tomorrowland when we go like we'll pull IP from 10 years ago and then splash it on there and be like, yay, everybody like it. We're in Tomorrowland. No, we're not.
Yes.
Oh man, I can go off
Okay.
for hours.
So
about-
Jason, you would be okay if they had you would prefer if they had no IP attached to the People Mover. Just here is the People Mover.
Yeah, I mean that's for me. All it was like a relaxing little ride through. You
yeah,
know, just
yeah.
see everything.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely. Yeah. I don't want any IP attached to it. I don't think they need to, but maybe the penny pinchers at Disney are saying we need some sort of IP so we can sell it. You don't need that for this. Just get it up and running.
It's its own IP.
It's its own IP.
Technically,
Yeah.
I mean,
And I'll be happy. I'll be stoked. I'd be extremely stoked if they just kept the same flipping cars. They just redid those. But I'd also be happy if they had like a new future version of them, a little more curvy or something.
yeah, I agree.
yeah.
I agree.
But if we have like the banks of 3 of them and they're like a pale yellow and a pale blue and a green, I'd be stoked with that too.
Yep.
But what
I
are you
agree.
thinking?
No, I agree with you. I mean, part of me goes like nostalgia, going back to like, hey, I want that. But then we also have to realize when that came out, what time that was and how the future was viewed.
Yeah.
We're not there anymore. We are in that time frame. We are beyond that time frame.
Yeah. Yeah.
So now we gotta take what they looked at. What 34 was it? 40 years in the future. 30 some odd in the
For
future.
what?
For when they're doing Tomorrowland.
You mean when they
went? What year were they looking at? I forgot what.
Oh,
In the 80s, 90s. Wait.
you mean when People Mover came in?
Yeah, no. What when they were envisioning that the
1985.
Yeah, so there we go. So we're way beyond. They're only
Yeah.
looking 30, 40 years in the future, right?
Yes.
So my point is like whatever we do, we need to be looking at least 50 years in the future.
Sure. Yeah.
And as far as we've come, we've gone. I mean, holy crap, we've gone as regressive as I feel we go in some things.
yeah.
You look at our tech and you look at all that. Look at how far we are and think about it. That is my point. Like, bring the People Mover back. But if you're gonna do it like, and you're gonna jazz it up or however you wanna put it.
Yeah.
Do it with that forward thought in mind.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is this kind of talk boring for you, Jason?
No. Sorry,
Okay. Okay. I
I'll
just want to
keep
make sure because this is kind of stuff.
No,
that
that's. I agree. Like, you either got to look way ahead or you got to keep it in the past, like the retro theme.
And yeah, I agree with Udi though on that too. You gotta go forward like 50 years.
Yeah.
And this stuff I love talking about. I'm talking about it more the design, but someone online was talking about because the loading and unloading of the space of the People Mover. I'm not sure how they're gonna do that, but someone goes, "Oh, well, the track goes by the top floor of Innovations, which is Launch Bay. So what if they created a new station up there and people got on board there? And if they're not going to use the track above Autopia, then it would start there, coming back around to where we do it, and then loop back in, and then you would go from the Launch Bay because it's the second floor. And then I'm thinking, yeah, that would work, but I wouldn't be happy with that because I want Launch Bay gone.
Yep.
So it'd be very interesting to see how this goes. Yeah. Okay, well, that is the news, and I know it was a little bit long, but that's good. We'd like to do that. Okay. Before we can go into our feature presentation, the randomizer does show up today. And randomly. Our top 3. I hate doing this because I want to be real and honest, but these 3 aren't really that exciting. King Arthur's Carousel, Pirate's Lair on Tyrannosaurus Island, and It's a Small World.
Yeah, blow them all up.
Oh, Udi.
Moving on.
Udi typically does not want to do this, but here we go again.
Yep.
Well, okay, interesting. Our top 3. You get to keep one, you get to remove one, and you get to enhance one, but you need to talk about how you're going to enhance it. Top 3 items are Davy Crockett Explorer Canoes, Astro Orbiter, and Peter Pan's Flight. We have not had these 3. So, Davy Crockett's Explorer Canoe. Astro Orbiter and Peter Pan's Flight. One needs to stay, one needs to be taken out completely, and one needs to be rethemed or enhanced. Jason, you do get the honor of going first.
Okay. I've never been on Davy Crockett's canoes and don't care about them. So.
Ah.
Oh, okay.
What was this? What was the second one? Sorry.
Astro Orbiter and Peter Pan's
Astro
Flight.
Orbiter.
And Peter Pan. And
Yeah.
Pan.
Peter Pan's pretty good as it is. They've already enhanced some of those things. So.
Mm-hmm.
Astro Orbiter. As a kid, the rocket rods, that was always kind of cool. So if you can do something better, I don't know how exactly, but maybe doing maybe having, instead of just going up and down, maybe it goes in and out. Maybe you can have some kind of enclosure and mix spins on it or something. I don't know.
Oh, there you go.
But just something that's better than just a circle,
Yeah, absolutely. All right, so you're taking out Davy Crockett's. You are going to keep Peter Pan, and you are going to change Astro Orbiters by making some sort of enclosure or having them go in and out and spin, perhaps.
Yeah, just something more interactive.
Okay.
You maybe even have some kind of enclosure that has like a Space Mountain kind of dome, where you have projections or something.
Oh, interesting. Interesting. Okay. Well, thank you for those answers. Udi?
Huh. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I really do. I've only been on it a couple times, and we keep on threatening to go.
I know you're talking about.
Yeah,
Yes.
Davy Crockett.
Yes, we have threatened him many times.
Many a time have we threatened to go on that. But I
It's a
always
workout.
It's a good time. It is a lot of fun. But being given the choices that I have been given, thank you, randomizer. It's got to go. I would love, in my perfect world, I want like the canoes to be like a legit war canoe, with a big bow and the big, really huge and marked up, and that would be great. Like for me, I'd like they're kind of small, make them bigger.
Yes.
Make them bigger, make them more, ominous, more, like a war canoe. That'd be my favorite, but they're gonna have to go. Then Pan or
Astro Orbiter.
Astro Orbiter. Okay, so I'm gonna go with Astro Orbiter. Oh crap! No, I'm gonna flip them. No, I can't do that either. Dang it! Okay, Astro Orbiter.
Udi is not usually rattled like this.
No, because there are things I want to do to that attraction. Okay.
Well, do you have a great chance to
Okay, Astro Orbiter. I always want to go up high.
Oh yeah.
So I want to like combine Jason's idea, but then mount it up really high. Like go super high. I want to like triple the height of it. Like like legit be like you're gonna be 30, 40 feet up.
Yeah.
See, that's when I wrote it as rocket rods. It was actually above PeopleMover. Platform.
Yes.
Yeah, and that I always have wanted that to go back, and then I want them to be a little bit faster, and to be a little bit more motion to it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I like kind of taking what Jason ideas, but then moving the location and basically overpowering it and making it go faster, higher and faster. All good. And then that leaves me with Pan, and Pan, leave her be.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, leave her be. She's good.
Well, maybe fix it at the end so your ship doesn't crash into the corner every time, right?
Oh yeah, that little whap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know why that does.
I don't know.
That's happened as long as I can remember.
Maybe it's because you're a big dude and you kind of like
Yeah.
you're because if you ever notice that, like depending on who gets on that thing, those things have a little tilt to them.
Yes. Yeah.
Maybe that's what it
could be.
I don't know, man.
Could very well be. So I'm not going to be very original in my answers because both of you guys are correct. Yeah. Given the three that the randomizer gave us, yeah, we're going to just take. Well, actually, maybe not. No, actually, no. You're right. Yeah, you guys are right. We're going to remove Davy Crockett Explorer canoes, unfortunately. Although I love the kinetic energy and the imagery that we see on Rivers of America when they're scooting by. I love that. But
Yeah, I mean, I'm sorry, I'm just cutting you off. I don't think any of us are actually saying we hate it. We just, out of these options, that has to go.
Yes, these are options. That has to go. Peter Pan, I think, is iconic, and it should be like a national treasure. It's just one of those things. And Astro Orbiter, it has to move out of that funnel of death. It just creates such a big, just too much people like milling about right there. Put it back up on top. Make the vehicles bigger for starters. But I don't know that you can because I think there's some physics issue if it's up that high with those cars. But no, Woody says no.
I don't care.
Okay,
Figure it out, man.
Yeah, figure it out. Yeah. This is my blue sky here.
There you go.
We're gonna make the cars bigger or the vehicles bigger. We're gonna make them spin. We're gonna put seatbelts on there because kids are gonna be losing their mind. I remember when I was a kid losing my mind up there. Weren't you scared?
Yeah, definitely. I was gonna say the Dumbo cards are bigger, right? You can fit 2 or 3 people in one.
Oh
of those.
yeah,
Yeah,
you're right. You're right. The double cars are bigger. Yeah. So
They could do it.
get Astro Orbiter out of there. Move it to somewhere where people can see it doing its thing high above Tomorrowland. Make the cars bigger, make them spin, put enclosures, whatever. Have them shoot lasers, I don't know, whatever. And call it a day. Yeah. All right. So that is the randomizer. And that's going to end our news segment. That was a really good time doing that. Really good discussion. 101 with Jess is dark tonight because she's not here. Marcus was supposed to send us his Mount Rushmore stuff. So if I get that, I'll throw it in there somewhere. If not, Marcus, when next time you come over, we will talk about it. Now, let's go to the feature presentation.
And now for our feature presentation.
All right, there's no surprise what our feature presentation is because he's been sitting with us for 45 minutes or however long. This is Jason. Very talented individual here. In fact, he helped create a logo for our show. It's wood. It's about 13 inches long. Maybe you would know. 15 inches?
Yeah, something like that, yeah. Sure.
Yeah, it's just incredible. I had no idea what it was when it showed up on my doorstep. And I go, I think I have something. What is this? And sure enough, I texted Udi. I go, well, did you know about this? And I don't think you did. Or you
I
knew,
did.
But you didn't know what it was.
No.
Okay. So let's talk a little bit about you and your company, your companies. And how about I'm going to let you drive. I want you to talk about, like, how did you get started in all this and what it is you do.
All right. Well, go a step back here. I did wood shop in high school and, junior high and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But I haven't really used any of it since then. But I did, graphic designs, and I was a web programmer and all that. And I joined this Disneyland singles group on Facebook.
Okay.
Miss Christie was one of the admins. So we met, and, a couple of years down the ride, she asked me to make this sign for her daughter. A wood sign, which I have not done in a while. So anyway, I made this sign, and it kind of spawned this whole business. So
Okay.
pretty weird. Came out of nowhere. So I started doing that full time. And my love for Disney kind of came in play. So started making replica ride signs and other little laser crafts, and now just launched a merchandise shop where most of the stuff is Disney themed so far, but I'm going to do other theme parks and other pop culture kind of stuff as well.
Oh, very, very, very cool.
And there's dogs barking. Yeah, so that's where I am. I have a couple of YouTube channels which kind of document either the sign making process or my trips to Disneyland, or either some of them kind of combine history and facts with the ride of, like, if I make a Disneyland sign or one of the rides, I'll have a video of the ride with some of the facts and me like making the sign kind of mixed in there.
Nice.
So
So tell our listeners, tell our listeners these YouTube channels. Where can they go to find those?
Yeah. The YouTube channels are also my company names. So Interactive Realm or Signs of Amusement.
Okay.
And again, the channels are the same name on YouTube, Instagram, Interactive Realm. You can also go to Interactive Realm or signsofAmusement.com.
Okay.
And you can buy my signs on signsofAmusement.com. I also have an Etsy shop. So again, everything is Interactive Realm or Signs of Amusement. It's pretty easy to find.
Okay.
Ask me a question.
Okay, I am gonna look for yours right now. I should have this pulled up, but I don't. Let's see here. I'm gonna.
Well, we can always go with what we've all had our own personal moment of when we realize we're gonna be Disney people, you know, and you know, for me, growing up, living in SoCal, going to the park multiple times a year, kind of galvanized that into my psyche. And I know Mark has his story. So what is your story? What is it that made you realize, okay, Disney is my thing, like I'm a Disney person? And you know, do you have that moment of like, or that attraction or a moment in your life where you kind of went like, yeah, I get it.
Yeah, definitely. Couple years after high school, I moved to Huntington Beach. And that, you know, as a kid, we would go there all the time. But I don't think you appreciate it as much as a kid.
Yeah, you do not.
You appreciate the rides and stuff, but you don't appreciate like Walt Disney himself or everything that he went through to get that park made. But moving to Huntington Beach, it was the first time I had my annual pass. I would go there after work and just like hang out and eat and watch people. You start to absorb everything, and you get the appreciation for it, you know.
For sure.
And like that's when it kind of hit me. Is like, oh, you know, I'm not even riding rides. I'm just kind of hanging out, you know.
Oh, absolutely.
So,
absolutely, yeah.
And then you find similar people, and especially like Christy, and like now every time I go, I have to go with them, you know. Although she's not coming with me next week. So.
Okay. So that's how your love started, was after you moved to Huntington Beach and you got an annual pass and you started going after work, and then you just realized that hey, you know, I'm just here and I actually enjoy soaking up the vibe. You don't have to ride stuff, right? You're just kind of there.
Yeah, I mean, even today, like I'm gonna go hang out with other fellow vloggers. Just to, you know, kind of hang out at the parks. I mean, we might ride some rides, but I'm going to go hang out, really.
Yeah,
you know? I'm
yeah,
not
for sure.
going to have fun, you know, like as a kid or whatever. But
okay,
I'm going to meet up with friends, kind of. It's like another day, but just going to Disneyland, you know.
Okay, yeah, absolutely. Now I'm looking at your page right now, your Instagram page, and again, listeners, it's Interactive Realm. I'm going to put all this stuff on Instagram when we do the show. But the first thing that caught my eye, so just a couple quick questions. Is your favorite medium, is that wood, or do you have any metal stuff that you do?
I was getting into metal. I was learning to weld and everything, and I have a plasma CNC cutter, but that is down at the moment. So a lot of the things I wanted to do, I can't do right now.
Okay. So
as soon as I get that back, though, I will be doing like mixed media kind of things where there'll be a lot of wood and metal things coming out once that is up and going.
Okay.
But for now, I have a laser. I have a CNC, wood CNC. So a lot of things are done that way. Or I have a vinyl cutter. So I'll make vinyl templates to paint stuff, spray paint them or whatever.
Yeah.
Like the pirate sign that's on there.
Yes,
so
yes.
I do a lot of things that way.
Okay. I'm looking right now at your Skyway sign. Dude, love that.
That's all in acrylic. It kind of. Oh wait, sorry, Skyway, not PeopleMover.
Yeah,
Skyway bucket sign. That was the only one I made so far.
What?
That was for Bob Gurr's 90th birthday.
You gave it to him?
It was actually auctioned off. Bob Gurr signed and auctioned them off. I made that one and the PeopleMover sign. I actually did make a second Skyway bucket sign, and that's for my friend Ernie, who is Bob Gurr's manager.
Okay.
And I'm actually going to drop that off to him on Monday. So,
how big are these things?
That Skyway Bucket sign is 2 by 4 maybe feet.
Dude.
No, actually, it's a little smaller than that, but it's like 2 feet across. So, yeah.
Dude.
We don't have the original to base it on, but I had photos and I kind of guessed on the size of it. But yeah, it's.
How long does it take you to make that?
It's kind of tedious with that whole thing is a template that I spray paint, so you have to put it on carefully, and you gotta the way I do it, instead of like taping the template and paste it on there, all the little dots like in the center of a D or an O or whatever, I put it on manually just to line it up better.
Really?
So it's like a whole process. It takes a long time to get that laid out. And by a long time, I mean a couple hours.
Okay.
But to paint everything and to get it all done completely, I mean, I could probably do it in a week. Mind you, I have other things going on, but I've actually been working on Ernie's for a while. But that's because, much like everything, I couldn't find the right paint color because the whole silicone debacle with the shifts being out in the water or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, spray paint colors were hard to come by, so I had to wait for a while so I could find the right color. So,
dude. Well, I'm gonna tell you right now. It just, and not just because I'm talking to you, all right? But dude, that is incredible work you're doing. It's you got to keep doing that, dude. I would imagine a lot of people would be interested in this kind of stuff to have some of this at home.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna sell that one. If the price is right, I'm sure we can do it. But
yeah,
it is pretty tedious.
Okay.
Much like on my Lafitte's Landing sign, it's probably the next one that is the most tedious to do. That actually does have metal in it, and it physically holds the sign together with bolts and everything.
Oh, geez, yeah, that's that's awesome. Okay, I don't see any Matterhorn stuff here, so I'm not gonna take you. I'm gonna put a couple black marks on
It's not there yet, but I do have tons of plans. I guess I'm a success to my own failure here. I to do everything I want to do. I need to like duplicate myself. So.
Oh yeah, dude, I could see. Go ahead.
Go ahead. I was just saying because I wish I could just be a vlogger or something and focus on my videos, but I actually have to make the signs and then I try to film it, and then I'm doing everything myself, so it's a time process.
It is a time process, yeah. And do you enjoy doing it, or do you find like, I gotta do this?
No, I definitely enjoy it.
Okay.
There'll be times, especially like at Christmas, and it is like order after order, and I have to like keep changing my like wait time, my processing time. Like, oh, it's gonna take 2 months. Oh, now it's like 3 weeks, or whatever. And people are, let's just say I don't have on time deliveries a lot of times because I have to keep changing things. It's a hard thing to keep it track.
Gotcha. So I mean,
there's only a few people who are actually doing similar stuff, and I don't want to, put their stuff down, but I think mine's much better than what they do. So.
Of course it is, Jason.
Yeah.
Of course it is. I mean, dude, look, Matterhorn, Indy, Big Thunder, all of those are perfect for wood signs.
Oh yeah.
I mean, dude, oh my gosh, you can make a ton of money doing this stuff. Yeah, I mean, I know, but I can imagine these are labor intensive. I think is, I don't know. I have no idea how to do woodwork, so I can just imagine it's just, oh my gosh. But dude, the Fantasyland Skyway it just looking at that, it brings back really, really good memories for me.
Right.
And that's kind of, love that. Okay, so where do you see yourself, like, I mean, well, hold on. Let's go to the other side of here. So you're talking about doing T-shirts. Is that what you're talking about as well? Merchandise.
Yeah, any kind of merch. But yeah, I mean, designing and putting on whatever product.
Okay.
Mostly T-shirts and mugs, I guess.
Oh, okay.
I want that haha flag.
I mean, that's
that logo and that shirt. I want that.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, those are my initials. So HAR.
Oh, yeah.
Remember we talked about that because I've been there and yeah, when I saw that and it has that little haha and I'm like, hey, that is double for me on that one.
Yeah, I mean, my friend of mine actually came up with that name, Signs of Amusement, and I had a little roller coaster on the logo, and I'm like, I need a little flag. And what is an actual sign of amusement than laughter? You know,
Right.
it's like an actual sign. So ha on a flag.
Yeah.
Made sense to me.
Yeah.
Yep.
So.
Yep.
Yeah, it totally fits.
Awesome, dude. You're doing some really good work, and we're gonna put this on our Instagram as well, so people can hopefully go to you and order stuff from you. But I don't want to overwhelm you. I don't want you to be back. Yeah. So.
Well, things are a little slow right now, so overwhelm me for sure.
Okay. Well.
And also, I don't have everything. I don't have all my signs listed on that site yet, and on the Signs of Amusement shop. But they'll all be on there eventually. And right now, there's actually a 10% discount for this month for my grand opening.
Of those signs? Well,
for anything on them. So it's just automatic 10% off.
Okay. How much would a sign like that even cost to buy?
For which one?
Let's just say the Skyway one. Let's say you just had like another one sitting around.
It'd probably be about 200.
200? Jason, we got to talk.
Yeah.
No, I'm just joking. That dude, that's probably absolutely
well worth it.
Yeah, well worth it. That's.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I understand some is kind of cheap for some people, and some people can't afford that. So actually, a few of the laser kits, like the Jungle Cruise and Small World signs, I'm now offering as a kit. So if you are creative enough, you can just build it yourself. I'll give you all the pieces.
What?
Yeah.
Save some money. Yeah.
That's very, very creative that you're doing that. But no, $200 seems about right. I mean, that's nothing less than that, dude. That's absolutely worth your time is worth more than that for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just guessing on that. The Lafitte's Landing is like $250 or something like that, or $270. I can't remember.
Well, that one looks a lot bigger than the other ones. Is that?
That one's 20 by 18 or something like that.
Oh, okay.
And that has a little like 2x4 extra thing that hangs on it. But yeah, that's probably the most complicated sign that I have right now.
Okay.
Time-wise too.
Yeah.
It just takes a long time to do.
Yeah, and it's like when you see these signs. No, is the Skyway one? Is that painted on, or is that like? What's the term? Embossed?
It's all painted.
Oh, it's all painted. Because the one you made for me, it doesn't just say Leave It to Podcast. It's kind of carved in there.
It's carved. That was the one with the CNC.
Okay, yeah, that was like, dude. And when I first saw it, I go, well, this thing must have taken weeks to put together.
Yeah, and then he looked at me, and I kind of did a shoulder shrug. I'm like, I got no idea, man.
I was like, what the heck? Dude, that was
besides painting, it probably took like 20 minutes. Okay. I mean, obviously, I had to make the file and all that, but
yeah, dude, yeah. So I mean, your work is it's top notch.
Well, yeah. I mean, I remember when I got introduced to your work by the Pirates of the Caribbean sign.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I got tasked with hanging it, and I'm like, hey, where did this come from? And they're like, oh, from my friend. He makes them. I'm like, oh, cool. I mean, and I remember thinking, God dang, this is freaking nice. Like, It is legit. And yeah, I mean, it is.
Yeah,
that's probably one of my most popular signs.
Okay.
Yeah, it is pretty cool. It is pretty cool.
Right on, dude. Yeah, so hold on a second. So, I guess listeners, if you want to find out more about his work, you can go to Interactive Realm and also Signs of Amusement, which will be both on YouTube and his social media. I'll let him say that at the end, but we're going to post all that stuff on there for you guys. Now, let's talk about some Disneyland questions just to get to know you a little bit more, because every time we have a guest on here, we have to ask these important questions. There's no right or wrong answers. Although actually I will tell you if you're wrong, but they're all personal preferences. Okay. We may have covered this on the Mount Rushmore, but maybe it's something different. What are your essential Disneyland attractions? Like if these things are closed, Jason's not going. What are they?
That's a good question. If they're closed, I mean, I guess that goes with, like we were saying, the Mount Rushmore. I hate it when Pirates or Big Thunder is down for sure.
Right.
Like if I can't get on those, like I'll be disappointed.
Yeah.
Which is kind of good that I haven't been here in the last few months since Pirates was down.
I know,
Yes,
right?
right.
In fact, and this is going from the other questions. One of the signs I'm trying to get done is the Captain's Quarter sign inside Pirates. And I need a little picture of the skull in the center of the sign. I can't find a photo of that anywhere.
Wow.
So I have friends that are going to go there and take photos of me, of that sign for me. And they're like, "Oh, we're waiting for you to get down here." And I'm like, "No, I didn't know."
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, nice.
As soon as Pirates open, I'm like, "Get on it."
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
So, but yeah, so I was waiting for Pirates to reopen, even though I'm not even there.
Oh, yeah. Right on. So is Pirates and Big Thunder, or they're too essential for you?
Essentials, yeah. Rise is getting up there. I've only had the opportunity to get on a few times, and during the virtual queues, I never got on at all.
Really?
So
Okay. We're gonna mark you as the only person that I've ever talked to that has not gotten on. I hate to tell you that, but everybody I've talked to, like, oh yeah, I got on. It took X amount of time, blah blah blah, like a super high count or group. But wow, you never got. Wow, that is no good.
Yeah, not even like got on and didn't make it to the queue or anything, but like just period overlooked every time. So
Oh, geez,
wow.
Louise. Well, I'm glad those are gone. Those virtual queues are gone for that.
I mean, honestly, that whole setup, going off subject again, like it's just kind of random. But like I feel like if you've already been on the ride, like especially like pass holders or whatever, those should have been put like back to the line again. Like,
oh, I understand for sure.
Go first,
Yep, for sure.
Yep.
Okay. Next important question for you, Jason. What is your favorite food and place to eat at Disneyland? So we're talking about a restaurant or a snack or both. Lay it on us. What is it? All of it. What is it?
I'm stupid, I guess, but
You're not stupid.
the award wieners corn dog.
Really?
You mean at DCA?
Yes.
Okay.
But you can get one at Disneyland too.
Yes.
At the little corn dog. cart.
Yeah.
It's the same corn dog. So.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
I'm just saying, it's the simple stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, but a lot of people argue that they are not the same corn dog, though.
Marcy told us they weren't.
Yeah.
So I take Marcy's word.
They're pretty close, but
Yeah.
they're both good. How about that?
Okay,
Okay, there we go.
but that's kind of a snack, right? What is your favorite
It's
restaurant?
kind of a snack.
What's your favorite restaurant?
I don't think I really have one. Probably, if I had to choose one, would just be
You must choose one.
Blue Bayou, just because I like the ambience. going
Okay.
next to it. I know it's expensive, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. So you're happy just getting like a corn dog and walking around and
Yeah.
Okay.
I if I'm with a big party, maybe I'll sit down in the restaurant, but half the
Okay.
time I'm not doing that.
Okay. So corn dog and Blue Bayou. Gotcha. Okay. Good answers. Solid answers. Now, do you like the daytime or nighttime better? Why? And why not?
Well, I'm a night owl.
Okay.
Just in general, like I go to bed like at 2 a.m. every day.
Jeez.
So I have to choose night. I'm not a morning person, so I've never made it to rope drop. It's not
Okay.
going to happen.
Okay.
I love dark, stormy days. So the darkness, I guess, is just calling me.
Okay. So where do you like to be in the park when it gets dark? Let me ask you that. Is you have a certain spot? Because you know what? It seems like a kind of a silly question, but people have their own like real spots. They go, I have to be here, I have to be there, or I really like to be over here. And it's like, oh yeah, you're right. That place is really good. So anything like that for you?
I don't think I really do.
Okay.
I mean, hanging out on Main Street is cool as long as you're not in the crowd.
Okay.
Rivers of America, standing along the water, is probably the next favorite spot.
Yes. Yeah. Good answer right there. Okay. Gotcha there. Next question. I'm going to throw this in there real quick because we talked about it last time. What is your favorite ride vehicle?
Ride vehicle.
We know it's not the Astro Orbiter.
It's not the Astro.
Okay.
It wasn't even Rocket Rods.
Or what? Yeah.
Any ride.
It can be the way it looks, or it can just be the way it fits the theme. Whatever it is you
Yeah.
think is the best one.
Honestly, someone's gonna hate me for this, but I'm just gonna go with the train.
Oh no, dude!
no.
Trains,
That
yeah.
is a brilliant answer. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you can fit a lot of people. You can see everything. You get the whole view of the park, and
Yeah.
it's it's a cool, relaxing ride. I was gonna go with PeopleMover, but that's probably my second, I would say.
Okay. Right on.
So,
Excellent answer. Like that. If you could have attended the opening day of any attraction, what would it have been?
wow.
Any year, any whatever time frame. Yeah.
I would have to say, let's say this. I was born in '77, so Space Mountain came out that year.
It did.
I think I would have to be that ride.
Okay.
It's funny. I've been looking for a Disneyland map from that year, and I cannot find one. I can get 76 or 78, but for some reason I can't find a 77. So if anyone knows, let me know.
Wow.
Oh, yeah. I have to see about that. I've got some park maps, like the real big maps, though, like the fun maps. But mine are not from the 70s. Mine are from the 80s. Yeah, for sure.
It's also weird because I was born 2 days after Star Wars came out, the first one.
Yeah.
That's a big year. All that, Space Mountain, Mickey had a space costume. Like, you would think there would be a map readily available for that.
You would think that.
year.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Well,
weird.
if I come across one, I'll let you know, dude, because I do sometimes look for those. I haven't bought one in a long time, but yeah, 77. Okay, so last question. So let's say you're going to go to the park with some people that they may not get the whole Disneyland thing. They're like, Jason, we don't like going there. It's crowded. I don't even like going there, whatever. So let's say you take them. What area or attraction are you going to take them to? Do you think that best symbolizes what Walt was trying to do with the park?
Honestly, Pirates would have to be. I mean, that's the last ride he got to put his hand on. May not have came out exactly the way he wanted it, but and actually lately, since they're histories and whatever you want to call it, erasing history.
Oh yes. Do not
but
get us started.
it's still but it still has classic animatronics. The whole vibe of the ride is just Disney,
Oh yeah.
It's still, even though they put Johnny Depp in there and all that, it's still a classic,
Yeah, for sure.
But getting to your question, I have done that with people, and they don't seem to care what you think. They just want to do their own thing and be on their own schedule.
What?
And that kind of bugs me. So I'm like, I'm just going to go do my thing, and you do yours.
Okay.
Yeah, there is always that, isn't there? Yeah, yeah. Because when I went with my family in January, I'm like, okay, I had to tell myself, put your tradition, your thing to the back, because they're not going to follow it at all. Because they're not in that same train of thought as you are.
They're there to have fun and ride the rides
Yeah.
and stuff, and I'm there to go let's go get a snack first.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that is where we go when we're around Disney people. Like we get it, so we're like, okay, yeah. Like the arguments, maybe they're different. You know what I mean? They're more of what's better.
They don't go as often, and
Yeah.
they don't understand the history of things. And
Yeah,
they just want
exactly.
to have.
Yeah,
Right. Absolutely.
yeah.
So this is another question I'm going to add to the list, because now you brought that up. You said the first thing you do is you get food. Is that what you do? Is that the very first thing you do?
I was just saying that could happen, but yeah, I'll probably stop at Starbucks and get a coffee or something, and you got to stop at Big Old Barbecue and all that,
Okay, gotcha. So you go, okay, because for me, it's I always head towards Adventureland, and I take a look at Jungle Cruise, and I take a look at Indy to see what the wait times are, but I usually end up going on Pirates as first thing, and then everything will fall into place for me.
Yeah, I mean, it depends on the time of day first off, and like I said, I don't get up in the morning.
No.
So I'm usually getting in there like at 12. So and I haven't eaten anything all day, so
Oh,
that's
okay.
a lot of times that's what happens. Is I end up finding something to food or whatever.
Sure.
Meet up with friends. And then I'll hit a ride or something. I mean, if it's a calm day, I might go on a ride first.
Okay.
So, but usually it's to go meet up with people. To be honest, so.
Yeah. Okay, awesome, dude. I like your answers a lot.
Yeah.
Right on. Okay, so I guess that was it.
I do
Oh.
have a question though.
Okay.
Two actually. One, out of all the ones you've made, Signs or whatever, which one is the one you're like, yeah, I'm glad I'm making this one. You're the most proud of. That's question number one.
Very good question.
Question number two is, what is your pinnacle one? I want to really, really work, and do you have your Mona Lisa or however you want to put it, your masterpiece? They're like, man, if I can work on that and make that, that is what I want to do.
The one I'm really proud of is the Jungle Cruise sign.
Oh, yeah, that's
It's
Oh yeah.
it's the most complicated. It's got the most layers. It has flicker LEDs on it.
Yeah.
I had to find the smallest battery pack I can find to make it slim.
Yeah, you told me that story. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's definitely it's becoming the most popular one out of all of them, actually. Damn dog. And then the one I would actually did get a chance to work on, which was the classic Disneyland sign. I do not sell it, but I made one that was 4 feet long. Yeah, and it took a couple weeks to do. I mean, mind you, I had other things I was doing between it. I do have it on a video. I'll show it on both channels. I think I sold it for over $500 or something. It cost $100 to ship it because it was that big and that heavy. And I even had the little flagpoles that came out and had the little metal flag on it.
Jeez.
So yeah, it was pretty cool. But very time consuming, and I don't want to make another one.
No.
But the money's right.
For sure.
Money
Yeah.
talks.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was the biggest thing because when I lived in Huntington Beach, we didn't have that classic sign. We had the electronic sign that had the fiber optics in it, which nobody seems to remember that it had fiber optics and the Disneyland logo flickered and whatever.
Yep, I do remember that.
But the one before that, was still based off the classic sign. They just kept repainting it or changing a little bit, but it still had the box letters that had said each letter had for Disneyland or whatever, and that was still based on the classic one. And if on the back side it said Disneyland, but it was backwards, obviously, and so you had a panel that had a gap between each one, and you can see the sign behind it. So those panels had to fit perfectly. And when I made the sign, technically it didn't fit, and I had to move a letter over slightly just to cover it, so there's no gaps that you can see, but you still see the back of them, so you have to color that a different color. But if you saw the sign, you know what I'm talking about. So it's just a challenge, but it was also very fun to make. So just proud of that one.
Awesome, man. Awesome. Any other questions, Udi?
And then do you have one you're working on now that you haven't revealed yet? You don't have to tell us what it is. I'm just wondering if you've got one.
Well, I mean, besides the Captain Quarters sign, that's probably the next one that I'll release. I do have good photos that I will be doing Big Thunder Mountain and probably the Golden Horseshoe.
Oh, nice. Big Thunder and the Golden Horseshoe.
Yeah. And hopefully the Golden Horseshoe will be golden.
Right? If you can find the right paint, right?
Well, either paint or there may be one, maybe the first edition. I'll do it in gold leaf.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not going to do that for all of them, but the first one should be special. And I even thought about maybe doing a giveaway on that one. But that's down the line.
Yeah, one of one.
One of one.
Yeah. So speaking of giveaways, and if you guys want to do this, we can give away a sign, and I'll let you guys handle it. You can do it through your Instagram.
Cool.
Maybe they follow both of us or something. But we'll pick somebody, and we'll let them have a pirate sign.
Oh, cool.
And it can't be us, right? Okay.
Hootie's actually already supposed to tell me what sign he wants.
I know,
so.
and I've been like, yeah, he told me, he said, here, pick one, and I do appreciate it. I can't pick, man. There's
dude,
3 of them, and I'm like,
what are they? What are
it's
they?
the Pirates one,
Yeah.
the Jungle Cruise one, and Adventureland. And then, no, wait, and there's actually 4. It's the welcoming sign.
The what?
The leaving today, the plaque. You gave me he gave me a little tiny one. I showed you that one. He gave me a little small one, which went right into my shrine. It's legit, and I'm like, I don't know which one I want.
Jason, I'm gonna end this conversation, this debate with him right now.
Okay, here we go.
Here's the sign you need to make. Don't listen to anything he's telling you.
Oh boy.
It has to be Rancho del Zacala. Because that one actually is a wood, a carved sign.
It is, yeah.
That thing. I'm sorry. If there's a 5th spot on a Mount Rushmore, it's got to be Rancho. That thing. Dude, that is the sign to make for him. Don't even talk to him anymore until that is it.
I'll have to look into that.
Dude, you love that?
I know it's
I'd rock
sign,
that. Huh?
I know it's probably a pretty complicated sign.
Oh, dude, no, you look at it. It is there. I mean, but yeah, I mean, my love of Rancho is pretty crazy.
There's actually a guy, Richard Kinnaman.
Hold on, let's see if we can see it. No, over. There you go.
Oh, yeah. See, that's multiple layers.
Yep.
So there's a guy named Richard Kinnaman, and he carved a lot of the wooden signs, like Country Bears. The old sign they used to have.
Oh, wow, yeah.
Does that guy live up in Northern California?
I think so, yeah. He does a class, actually. He teaches people how to carve now.
He lives up in Grass Valley or something, right?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
So
why haven't we gone there?
His class learn how to carve like he does.
Yeah, I heard about that guy going, wait a minute, this guy is here?
Yeah, Grass Valley's 45 minutes for me.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well, his class costs a lot of money, but you stay at his house for like a couple weeks or whatever.
Oh, wow.
Oh, well, I'm hanging out at his house. Sometimes people
Dude,
Grass
Valley is beautiful.
It is beautiful, but...
So, yeah, I would not mind that at all.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so let's just clarify something. Rancho sign at some point for Udi, but it's his sign. He can pick whatever. But we are going to do a giveaway. You've heard it first.
Yeah.
So we're going to have some sort of contest. We've got 2 giveaways now. We got to figure out.
We got to get them going.
We have a signed book from
We're
Marcy.
horrible.
We do a lot of things well, but the giveaway ones were kind of lackluster.
We always want to make them like really grandiose and big, and we're like, we don't want to do like the standard like here, tag your buddy and your buddy's buddy, and because it always feels lame to me.
Okay. Right on.
There you go.
Right on. And do that. And I'm going to say it's very generous of you to do that.
Yeah, thank you, man. I know it takes you time. And I seen your setup, and I know. So, yeah, it takes time.
And I have no room in there to work.
It is
I have too many machines.
Dude, it is tight quarters. It is tight quarters, but yeah.
Yeah, not enough counter space.
Yep.
So one last time, tell listeners how they can find you and get a hold of you. So we can have
the easiest way right now, just go to signsofAmusement.com because you can spawn off to everything there.
Okay, signsofAmusement.com. Okay.
Or just go to my Instagram, which is under the Interactive Realm.
Interactive Realm. Okay, awesome. So we're going to wrap this show up, and I just want to say that it's been it's a pleasure talking to you. Thank you so much for the sign you made for our show. It was most unexpected. And I felt very honored and privileged that someone would put any effort into doing anything for us. And once we go live, because we're going to start at some point, probably at the beginning of the year, we're going to do some live stuff because that's how things are going to work for us. That's going to be featured prominently in the background of me. But one of the things we like to do on the show is that we love to have guests on, Disneyland artists, Disneyland authors, Imagineers, and people that aren't necessarily with the company but are inspired by the company to do wonderful works of art. We had Carrie on from Castle Life Creations a couple episodes ago. Fantastic work. She does embroidered stuff. Now we're talking to you, who have someone who has taken his passion for Disneyland and Disney stuff, creating his own mixed media stuff. I'm very happy that we can connect. I'm very happy that I've got to meet you here, and again, another cool person that we get to meet, because everyone we meet with is pretty dang cool.
Yep. There's
only one person. I'm just joking. No, everyone's been really, really, really cool to talk to, and they just are very passionate about sharing their knowledge and reminiscing and that. So you are not an exception to that. You add on to that.
Yep.
Well, thank you very much. I enjoyed my time here, and
of course,
I thank you guys for having me on.
Yep.
Yes, dude. Anytime you want to come on and talk news, or you're gonna go out to the park. If you want to come in and do like a trip report, what you like, didn't like, just let Udi or I know, and we'll have you on.
Yeah, the door is wide open anytime. Literally, we're the type of people who are like, hey, you know what? I kind of want to come on the show and talk. And we're like, all right.
Yep.
Come on. We have a listener who is literally an hour from us, right?
Yep.
And he's been like, hey, can I come on the show? I'm like, yeah. All he does is pay, quote, air quote, or bring beer. And we're like, okay, cool.
Yeah, he just shows up.
He's like, hey, can I come on the show? Yeah, come on down.
Absolutely.
Yeah, come on down. So, yeah, the door is always open. Like, you want to talk about anything, hit me up.
Yeah, absolutely. And we'll just put you on.
Yeah, we'll just hang out.
I mean, even if we have, like, because we're going to brainstorm about, hey, what's our next show? And then even if we have something already worked out, anytime a guest comes on, that always just pushes to the side and says, let's talk to the guest.
Yeah, people take precedence.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, no problem. That sounds good.
Right on,
and like I said, I'm going to the parks next week, so maybe something will come out of it.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. Right on, dude.
So, sign off for the show, and then we'll.
Okay.
But don't leave yet.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So thank you so much for listening to us on this episode. This is going to end episode number 156. If you'd like to get a hold of us, send us an email at info@leavingtodaypodcast.com. You can also find us on Instagram at Leaving Today Podcast. Facebook is Leaving Today Podcast. What else is there? Again, if you want to sponsor the show, you can through Patreon. We make it super simple. We have a link tree on Instagram and also on leavingtodaypodcast.com. All the information is there. 157 will be coming out in a couple weeks. Udi, where can people find you?
You can find me on my other podcast, which would be The Mando Show. I don't know what we're doing yet. We finished Obi-Wan, and we're kind of like, what are we going to do now? But that's where we're at. You can find me there. You can also find me on my Instagram, which is Haxgoalie, HAXGOALIE. You can hit me up there. And if you want to chat with me, DM me. I answer all of them.
Yes, he does. Okay. And again, this has been a really good time for us. Thank you so much for hanging out with us and listening, taking part of your day or evening, whatever. It means everything to us. Until then, we love you. Adventures out there, and we'll see you in the parks.
See ya.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Disneyland is now ended its normal operating day. We hope you enjoyed your visit to the Magic Kingdom and that the memories you've made will bring you back again soon.
So here, I'm going to tell
figure-
Mark. I'm going to tell Mark the plan here.
Oh, there's a plan.
Yeah.
Wait, which plan?
The one, because you're going to be on live.
My body's just stiff. Think of a banana.
Does it help? Mm-hmm. Okay.
Always does. Every time. Don't ask me why. Why are you throwing up? You trying to eat all your food before your sister does? Now you can eat that.
Gouda.
Well, hello.
Gouda. Come get your Gouda. We'll give it a bit.
Yeah, give it a second.
Okay. Woo! Good?
Thank you.
You're welcome. No bed sheets.
Why are you yelling at me?
Because I like yelling at you.
But you make me hot. It's so close, I can feel it.
Kitty.
breath of fresh air.
Boy, was my face red.
Can we do that again?